Today I want to show you a fun project that starts off with using this pumpkin SVG. You can find this SVG on my website. If you go to shawnmosh.com/download/pumpkin, you can download this for free. And if you have never used an SVG file, you can check out my article that will show you exactly how to download it, unzip the folder, and then bring the SVG file into Cricut Design Space. I have already uploaded the SVG, so I'm just going to go grab it right here. You could do this project just with the SVG like this, but I want to add the word spooky through the center, and I'm going to show you how I do that. I am going to click on text, and then I am going to bring my text box over here so you can see what's going on. I want to do a word like this with these little tails at the front and the back. Those are called glyphs. This font is called I Love Glitter. So I'm going to go up here to my fonts, and it is a system font. You have to go download it and install it to your device. If you've never done that before, I have a video on that. Once you've installed it to the device you're working with, it will show up in your system's fonts. Because I probably am going to use this font a lot, I'm just going to click this little flag, and that's going to bookmark it. So now when I go to my bookmarked fonts, it's right there. This is a great way to keep track of some of your favorite fonts. So now let's click on that font, and that's going to change my text over here to the I Love Glitter font. Now, how to get those little glyphs in there? There is a special key, and it's a bracket. So what I am going to do is I'm going to do a copy and paste of this because I want to show you, if I use a regular font, what it looks like. So to get these little tails or glyphs, you're going to need to put a straight bracket at both the front and the end of your word. If you want to use any font with glyphs, make sure you go and take a look at where you downloaded the font from, and there is most likely a key that tells you for this kind of a tail, put this symbol in there. The other way is if you go to your computer and search character map, you can click on that, and that's going to bring up this little screen, and then you could go through and find the font that you're working with. And right here it's showing you the little glyphs. And there's even one that's got a little heart in it. And there's one with a filled in heart. All right, so now I can delete that because that was just to show you how to type it up. This pumpkin is 8.8 inches wide. So let's make this design 8.8 also. I am going to change the color of this just so I can allow you to see something when I zoom in here. Do you see how there's these black lines where the letters touch? That is because right now the Cricut is thinking it's going to cut each individual letter. But I wanted to cut all as one word with these letters connected. So if I click on it and go to combine, I can use Weld. Weld will join the letters together. See how it removed those black cutting lines? So now I'm going to just bring the word spooky so that it is kind of centered over the pumpkin. So the bad thing is if I perfectly center it, the whole word plus the glyphs, it's kind of off-centered from the centerpiece of the pumpkin. So I'm just going to visually do that. Next, I want to create this cutout piece. To do that, I will use offset, and I can change the size of that and make it just a small offset, or if I go a little bit bigger, I think I'm going to go right there. Next up, we want to remove that offset from the pumpkin so that we cut through it and create that open space. In order to do that, we are going to use either slice, or you can use the newer subtract. So for both of those functions, you can only have two things selected. So if I click on my pumpkin right now, it actually selects all three things. So that means we first have to ungroup. Now I can click on just the orange part of the pumpkin, hold my shift key down, and click on the offset. Under combine, if I use subtract, you see how that just took away that piece? I'm going to now use color sync because I want this yellow word spooky to actually be brown. So you can just slide that in there and matched it exactly. That's it. We're ready to cut this. I am actually going to cut this design out of a puff vinyl, and I can't wait to show you how the finished project looks. Because I'm putting this on a shirt and using an iron-on vinyl, remember that you're going to have to mirror each one of your mats. After everything is cut and weeded, I am going to place the brown spooky with the stem first, and that's going to allow me to center and position my design. Make sure to only press that for maybe 6 or 8 seconds, because then you're going to be placing and centering the other layers. And you don't want to overpress your first layer when you're doing a layered design. Now you can see that I was able to then position the pumpkin right around the word spooky. And I did kind of play with this a lot to make sure I got the centering right. And I knew that the pumpkin was going to expand because it's a puff vinyl. I wanted you to actually see it when I press it. You only have to press it for, I think I did 8 seconds here. And then once you peel off that carrier sheet, before you even zoom in, you can really see the puff magic happening. I mean, is that amazing how that puffs out like that? This pumpkin has so much dimension to it. I love, love, love the way it turned out with this puff vinyl. And this is the Siser brand puff vinyl. I hope you liked this project. I'm going to drop all the links you need to get the products in the description below. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. I love to hear from you.